In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a travel website using WordPress from scratch. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create a website that looks like this if you're a travel agency. And here you can see it has got your social icons where you can link all your social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Wherever social media you're on, you can just add them right here. Right on the right hand side, you can see that it has got a search icon where you can search for trips, you can search for destinations, you can search for different things within the website, and it will give you all the results for that particular keyword you've searched for. So right in the menu, you can see you can customize it with your own logo and with your own travel agency name. And here you can add your phone details and customize it. In the menu, you can see we've got a dynamic menu where you can add different destinations, different activities, different trip types, about your company. You can also add blog posts and the different pages that we have, as well as contact options. Right below in the hero section, your users will be able to find the different items they'll be searching for, as I demonstrated in the upper search. This search pretty much works the same. You can search across the website, for example, for activities. And when you click on search, it will browse through the entire website for the keyword activities, and you'll have a display of all items right here. It has also got this particular search filter where you can search for specific trips by putting in your destination and activities and duration and your budget. So you can just filter this to what your budget is and then search for trips. And you'll find all trip results here. And if there is no any particular trip of that category, it won't show here. But here you can see that we have a couple of trips in Nepal. So when I clear the criteria, you can see all the trips shall be displayed to you right here. Also, this demo has got a section where you can customize it and change it to what you desire. You can link your trip advisor, reviews, or activities right here. Also, you're able to add your popular activities in this section, your bestseller packages and their prices. And from here, you can customize it to whatever item you would like. For example, why book us? You can put down the reasons why you're the best tour company. Besides that, you're able to add featured trips, and when someone clicks on these trips, they're able to view the trip details, they're able to see and read everything about that trip, they're able to see the itineraries for that trip, that is, the activities that will take place each day to the last day of the trip, and then they're able to see the cost of the trip, what it includes and what it does not include. And if you have any inquiry, you're able to send your details here via a form and send. Lastly, you have also frequently asked section where you have all the common questions that are being asked by travelers or by customers who are looking to book this particular trip. And then from here, you're able to see how you can book for this trip. You can see no booking fees required, professional local guide, and the price right there per adult, and the discount in case you're giving off some percent off. So your customers are able to check availability of this trip by basically choosing dates. For example, let's choose that and then continue. You can add the number of travelers, let's say 1, and you're able to see the total cost. If you add 2, the cost will be automatically adjusted. And then we can proceed to checkout. So if you have a coupon code as an agency, you can provide it to your travelers who are booking this trip, and they can apply it here. And then the traveler will be able to add their details and book the trip. And once they book the trip, you will receive that reservation. So besides that, you can add statistics and available deals within your agency, and then add the different blogs you would like people to read about the destinations that you have. So without wasting so much time, let's dive into how we can create something like this from scratch using WordPress. So first thing, you need to create a domain, and when you have a domain, you can go into the cPanel of your domain. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to create a new subdomain. To do that, I'm going to just search for domains via my cPanel, and in that result, I'll click on domains. If you don't have a domain, make sure that you click the link in the description to purchase a domain. So after that, I'm going to click on create a new domain, and then I'll write the domain name. For the purpose of this video, I'll call it my agency, my domain name. And then if this is checked, I'm going to uncheck this. So make sure you uncheck this because this setting is permanent. So here is what we're going to have. And after that, we click on submit. So it can take moments to create a new domain, especially if you have a large number of domains on your account. Now that I have my subdomain created, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Manage. So you can see that it's also installing a free SSL certificate. So after creating our subdomain, we're going to go to WordPress Manager by Softaculous. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can install WordPress via Softaculous. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on Install. And from here, it's going to ask me choose a domain. So I'll choose the subdomain that we just created and then choose the version of WordPress. So we shall go with the current version. So after that, we are going to create site name, which is my agency. Whatever your travel agency name is, that is what you're going to add here. So we have to create an admin username. So I'll just put my username and then create a password. You can generate random password by simply clicking on this key icon. So after that, what you're going to do, you have to write your email. So I'll put my email there. The language is English. You can choose any other language you're familiar with. So here are some plugins that WordPress recommends you to use. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we are not going to install any plugin. So in the advanced options, we are not going to touch anything. We shall leave everything here by default. And then also the theme, we're going to leave things here by default and then click on install. And here your WordPress is going to start installing and it will take a few minutes for it to finish. Once it's done, you can see this message that WordPress has been successfully installed. So I'll just right click and open that. To log in as an administrator, we are just going to click on this link. We shall be redirected to our WordPress dashboard. So as you can see, it's saying that my connection is not private. This is basically because of the SSL, which is still being installed. So we're going to wait for a couple of minutes for the SSL to finish installing. So after that, we are going to log into our dashboard. And when I go to visit website, you can see this is how my website looks. To get started, we are going to go to plugins. Remember that if you're working with plugins in WordPress, you need to only install the plugins that you're going to use for your website. So now that we don't need this, let's first remove all the plugins that were auto installed. So if you need them, you can just deactivate them or activate them. So for now, let's just delete them. Confirm. And now we don't have any plugin. So our next step is to install WP Travel Engine. Now there are two ways we are going to install this plugin. The first way is to go to the WordPress, go to wordpress.org and then go to extend and then go to plugins. From here, you can search for the plugin WP Travel Engine. So you're going to click on search. And from here, you can see that WP Travel Engine is one of the best travel booking WordPress plugin that has ever existed. If you have a travel company, I highly recommend this plugin because you're able to create all the trips, you're able to create all the destinations, you're able to use itineraries, you can use advanced search engines. And also, this particular plugin has extended features that has trip fixed starting dates, advanced itinerary builders, trip emails, etc. So we have both the free version and the pro version. For this, show you how to use the free version. Also, don't forget that you're able to capture leads with this plugin, conversions by adding legal documents, trip reviews, social proof. You can also automate it using Zapier. And also, it is able to support the different payment gateways like WooCommerce Payment, Stripe Payment, PayPal, Authorize.net, PayFast for South Africa, Himalayan Bank Payment Gateways for Nepal, Indonesia, we have Midtrans Payment Gateway. For India, we have PayUmoney and PayUbiz. It also supports Book Now and Pay Later, direct bank transfer, and check payments for the different add-ons that we have. Aside from those, it has different themes that are really compatible with this particular plugin, as we are going to see. I mentioned that it's both free and paid, so we shall first use the free version before going into the paid version. And it has a couple of features, and you can read them right here in the description before actually installing the plugin. Now, to install the plugin, we are going to just go back up and then click on download. This is the first way of installing this plugin. And then your plugin is going to be downloaded right here. And then you should find it in the download folder once it is complete. So when it's done downloading, I'm able to see it in my downloads folder. That is the first way. So what you do, you go back to your plugins and then click on add new plugin. and then you'll choose on upload plugin, and then you're gonna choose the file that you downloaded. It has to be in a zip format. So I'll just choose that item and click on open. And after that, I'll click on install now. You're gonna click on activate plugin. You can decide to set up this right away. So we click on get started. We can just leave it in US dollar and that, and then click on continue. So you can set up your email settings, and also you can turn this off for this example, and then so you can enable inquiry email, and then click continue. So you can set up your checkout page, terms and conditions page, and thank you page, your account, wish list, and trip search results, and click on continue. So for now, we are going to skip this step because this is premium. So I'm going to just click on skip. So after that, it will ask us to create our trip. So now you can see that once you have that plugin, you can create your trips, you can add your pricing categories, you can add destinations, activities, trip types, etc. And also it comes with analytics right here. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to install a theme. So to do that, we're gonna scroll and go to appearance and go to themes. And I'm going to show you this time another way you can install the theme. You can see that the only active theme right here is extendable. That was the default, the one which came with our installation. So to add new themes, we're gonna click on add new theme, and then we're gonna search for the theme travel agency. Press enter. This is another way of installing themes. However, you can still go back to the WordPress directory and go to extend and then go to themes agency, which is right here. So you can click on it, read the information about it. You can see it has a number of downloads every single day. And guys, when I tell you this is one of the best travel themes you should see, you can just simply download it. Alternatively, you can just click here and then click on install. And let's wait for it to install. Once it is installed, we just click on activate. So if you use the other method, you simply download, go to themes, click on add new theme, then upload theme. So when you click on upload theme, you're able to choose the downloaded theme and then activate it. So these are some of the plugins that are recommended. So we shall begin installing plugins. Select all, go to bulk actions, click on install, then apply. After that, we return to plugins installer, click all, bulk actions, activate, apply. Now here is our web page. So what we are going to do is we're gonna customize, go to homepage settings. Instead of latest posts, as you can see, we shall go to static page, and then we shall select a page, which is our sample page, and then click on publish. Now from here, you can see that our demo content has been imported. You need to install recommended plugins, and then when you go to getting started, you can view documentation and it will take you to this link. So let's go to demo import content. So you can click here to download travel agency demo file. So I'm going to click on it and download it. Now the download is complete. We shall go back here. We go to appearance, go to Rara demo import, then upload demo file. Make sure you have those configurations right. So we're gonna choose the file, click on demo import content, click on open, then click on install now. Click on import demo now and wait for it to import. Now the demo is complete. We can check the front page if you want to. Now this is how it looks. When you click on tour package, all the demo packages for the tour has been installed successfully. Demo trips have been installed, destinations, and all these. Now that we have our demos ready, we need to take care of one of the most important things in this. That is, let's go back to the dashboard and then go to WP Travel Engine, and then we have to create trips. Now here are some available trips that have already been imported by our demo. But before we create the trips, let's make sure that we have our destinations, we have some activities, trip type, and all this. So let's take a quick look at the destinations. You can see there are destinations available already. Now to create a new destination, we are going to put the destination name. For example, we shall put Kenya, and the flag is also Kenya. And then we can write description. This is important for search engine. And we can add an image of Kenya. So we click on add image, select files, and we can add that image, click open, then choose image. After that, we click on add new destination. and we come to the list, you can see Kenya is added. Also, you're able to edit existing destinations. Again, you can also remove destinations that you don't require. For example, click on it and then go to bulk options, click on delete, then apply. These selected destinations will be deleted. Alternatively, you can go to individual destination and then click on delete. Also, you can view the destination if you would like to by just clicking view, and you can see the details about that particular destination. Also, you can find tours under that destination. Now let's go back to destinations. We can create our second custom destination. Let's call it Uganda, and then write a description. After writing the description, we can add an image. Click on upload, select image. We're going to choose that, open, and then choose image. Add new destination. And here you have your destination. Now, the next thing is we are going to create trip types. So you're going to go to trip type. Now, for example, let's go to our destinations. Now here you can see a list of destinations. So you're going to go to trip type. You can see the different types of trips here. We have budget travel, child-friendly, cultural, dog-friendly, homestay, nature walk, volunteer trips. Now look at the ones that you have. If you don't have any that you offer, you can simply come here and create a new one. And if there are those that you want to eliminate from the list, you can just click on it and delete. So we are going to try to add a trip type. Let's call it luxury travel, and the slug is luxury travel. Write the description, click on image, upload file, select files, click on luxury, open, choose image, and click on add new trip type. And here you have your trip type here. So after adding destinations and trip type, when we go here to my agency and go to destinations, you can see that the destinations that we added is not available here. The reason is we haven't added any trips to it. So now to do that, we are going to first go back and go to activities. So you can see the different activities here. You can customize this to whatever you want. So here I'm going to add a new activity and call it road trip safari, and then write that description. We can add an image, click on upload, select image, choose that image, click on open, choose image, and then add new activities here. So you can see now here we have our activities added. For those you don't need, feel free to delete. So now after that, we can go to pricing categories. We can create a new pricing category. We can call it for adults, and then we set it as primary category. Let's write a brief description, and then the age group we're gonna say from 16 to 45, and then add a new category. You can see it's now there. Then we can add a pricing category for child, write a description, and we add the age group, age of 10 to 15, or maybe 2 to 15 years. Add a new category, and then we can add a category for retired veterans, or just let's write it retired. Write a description, and then this one we can start from the age of 65 to 100 plus. Add new category. So here now our categories, pricing categories. You can remove and fully customize it to the way you want it. So we can uncheck it to make sure that it's not a primary category. So when you go to edit child, and for adults, we can make this a primary category. Click on update. And once it's a primary category, you can see there is that little star beside it. So once we are done with our pricing categories, we can just go and create trips. So now you can see we have available trips here, but we are going to create trips for our new destinations that we created. So I'm going to click on add new. You can click here or just find it here. So go to add new, and I'll just call it gorilla trekking in Bwindi. This is one of the common tourist activities in Uganda National Park. So here we can write a brief description. So that's what we have. And then come here to general. You can see the trip code is generated. We can make it a 4-day safari. These are 3 nights. So you can enable cutoff time. And here maximum age is required. So minimum age is 18. Maximum age is 70. Here we can set minimum and maximum participants. Since gorilla trekking, you're not supposed to be so many. You're supposed to be in small groups. So here we can say minimum participants can be 1 person, then maximum we say 7 individuals. Then we click on save and continue. Now from here we are going to add the date and the price. So we choose a package name. Since it's for adults, we're going to choose for adults. So the price, we're going to call it 750 per person. And then minimum, we're going to have 1 person. Maximum, we're going to have 7 people. And then save and close. For this package name, so you can just call it prices. And then for this, the partial payment option is available on the paid version. But for now, let's just go with this. Click on continue. Now we have trip description. We can paste that. Or if you have it written somewhere, feel free to write it here. So for the highlights, we can put, for example, since the gorillas are in different groups, we can specify the group, say Rohija, and then click on, you can add a trip highlight here. Let's just say Rohija Gorilla Family, and then click on save and continue. We are now itinerary. So day 1, make sure you put your itinerary depending on your trip. So we can say arrival in Bwindi, and then write the content there. And then we can add itinerary. This is day 2. We can call this trekking day, and then add the content here. And then we shall add another itinerary. Let's say day 3. So since they are different indigenous tribe, we can also go for cultural interactions with the forest people, and then put the comments there. And then we can say day 4 departure, and then add the content there. You also have itinerary downloader, which is also a pro version, but for now, let's go with this free version. I'll show you later how to use this extension. So we're gonna click save and continue. Now here you can add what does the trip includes or it excludes. We can call this cost, and we can say cost includes, and we write a list of services here. So you can see it includes gorilla trekking park permits, guides, accommodation, transportation, meals, and also we can add the excludes here, the list of services that is excluded. So I have something written up like visa fees, personal expenses, travel insurance, international flights are excluded. So I'll just click on save and continue. Now here you can say enter trip info title. We can just call it information. You can use this short code trip info and the ID of the trip to display trip info in post pages tabs, and you can use that snippet to display in templates. So that means you can really add this info section anywhere across your web pages. So you can choose a trip fact, or by clicking on this, or accommodation or payment method or anything that is related. So we can add fact. Let's choose accommodation. Click on add fact. Then you have a 5-star hotel. We can choose another. Let's call it mineral water, add fact, and call it water will be provided throughout the trip. And then click on save and continue. Thereafter, you will be redirected to galleries. So let's enable image gallery, and then we shall add an image. So let's click on upload files, select files. We can choose our gorilla pictures, add images. You can add as many images as you wish. If you add video, you can also enable video gallery, of which it can also be added as a shortcode in other parts of your website. So let's click on save and continue. And then here you can enter map. So let's call it Bwindi National Park. So we don't have a map image for now, but if you do, you can just click on upload image and then upload it here. But we can use the map iframe code. So to get a map iframe code, we can open Google Maps and we put the location, and it is right there. So we click on the location, go to share, and then you have that option, embed a map. And then here you can see the iframe is right there. So I'm going to copy HTML and then come back to my iframe section and then paste it there. And then if you like to embed it in post or pages, you can just use that trip, copy it and put it there. Let's click on save and continue. So after that, you can add frequently asked questions. So I can add a question there. What is gorilla trekking and why is Bwindi famous for it? Then we can add the answer there. It is where most of the world's mountain gorillas are. We can add another frequently asked question, like how difficult is gorilla trekking? So depending on where the gorilla families are, it can be physically demanding. That's why physically able-bodied people to go for it. So you can add our third frequently asked question. How long does the trekking experience last? Depending on which gorilla family you visit and the day, sometimes it's easier to find the gorillas, but sometimes you'll have to really look for them. So it takes around 2 to 8 hours. And this is facts, by the way, if you think of coming gorilla trekking in Uganda. These are some of the things to expect. So if you're having a tour company, you make sure you answer all these information, and WP Travel Engine has all this for you just for free. So now let's save and continue. And then you can also enable file downloads and guidebooks. This is a pro version. So for now, let's click on continue. Extra services is also a pro feature, which I'll demonstrate later when you're using the pro version. And when all this is done, you're going to click on publish. Now you can see Gorilla Trekking in Bwindi is now live. So let's go back to our template and we are going to refresh to my agency. So let's go to my destination. Let's search for Uganda. Now you can see this is our trip that we created, and when we go to it, you can see all the details are right here that we added. The itineraries are here, all created for you perfectly well. All you need is the information. We have the frequently asked questions. You can expand them and have your customers read them through. And then we have the map. Now you can see the map is embedded here and people can see where they are going exactly. So now when we go back to our trips, you can see I have not assigned it to destinations, activities, trip type, or difficulty whatsoever. So to do that, we are just going to click on edit. So you come on the right hand side, you see the item for destination. So I'm going to scroll down and choose the country where it happens, that is Uganda. And then we go to activities. There is also cultural tour involved in it, so we can choose that. And then if there is no activity, we can just add it there. Let's call it Gorilla Trekking. There is going to be hiking as well. If there is no new activity, you can just create a new one there. So after that, we're going to go to trip type. We can choose it at cultural and nature walk. Then the difficulty, we can just call it hard. And then featured image, we can select featured image. Let's already put our gorilla image, which is right there. Set featured image. And then you can add that. Except idle for search engine, and then after we can click on update. So after updating, when we go back to agency and we go to destinations, and then when we scroll down to the destination page, we should be able to see Uganda available there, and there is a trip in it. And here is what you have, and this is the trip that we just created and is available throughout the year. So when you click on it, someone is able to book it. All right, now we have looked at trips. We have looked at pricing categories, destinations, activities, trip type, difficulty, tag. Now we have one thing left, that is custom filters. So with custom filters, you can add any custom service you provide or activity you provide. For example, let's use destination wedding. So we can add a new filter, and you can see when you add it, it's now right here within your items. So you can add a new category of a destination wedding. We can say, for example, we have beach wedding. You can add a description here. We can say wild safari wedding. You can add a description and then add new category. Then you can also add what other type of destination wedding, luxury in a specific destination, and then add category. So this feature is ideal if you have some custom services that you provide, as you've seen in this example. So after adding these filters, let's go to trips. Let's choose one of the trips. And then on the right hand side, you're able to see the option destination wedding, and you can choose luxury wedding and then click on update. That is how cool this filter is. You can add other filters like car rental, etc. for your specific field, and then connect it to a trip and then just simply update it. So now let me show you how you can customize these pages. Let's look at the home page. So to customize it, you're gonna click on customize. You can click on this. If you have your own logo, you can add that there by removing and then select logo and then upload your logo. So for this example, we don't have a logo, so we shall leave the site title and the tagline to be as our identity. Now next we can go to call us. We are open. You can change this, and then you can change the phone number to your phone number. Then click on publish. So you can go to social settings. You can see we have the social links here: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest. You simply go to your social media and then click where you're in, and then add, copy and paste the link to your Facebook here. And if you don't have Twitter, for example, you can just go to Twitter and then remove this, and now it's gone. You can do same for Pinterest. If you have it, you add the link. If you don't have it, you can just remove it. And then after, click on publish. Next is we can change the menu. So here we have our primary menu. So now to edit this menu, there are some things you might not want to be on the menu. For example, these part pages, we might not need it. So we can remove it. To do this, we go to edit menu. We scroll all the way down, and then you can see the pages. We can just remove it. Same thing as side layout. You see it right there. We can remove it. So all those items of pages, you just have to click on it and remove it. Style guide, we can remove that. Full width and error page, you can just click on it, remove it. Now we have only these items left, and then after we shall click on publish. So next you can also edit this text. You can change the A header. So we can click on add new image. We can choose an image, one we have downloaded. Let's adjust it, crop image, and that is what you have. We can randomize suggested headers if you'd like to, and also randomize uploaded headers if you like to. So you can change the title here. Let us take you on holiday, on best holidays. And then you can change the subtitles right from here. Find best adventure holidays and activities. And then you can choose to remove this search bar. You just click on it. You see you can enable it or disable it depending on your taste. After that, click on publish. Then we can go back to the next section. We can go to search section. Now we can enable search bar. Then we can go to about us section. You change it. Let's say highly rated travel agency. And then you can write about you. And then for this section, you can just click on it. It's an image. You can remove it and then replace it with something else, maybe with just an image, and click on insert. And here is what you have. And then click on publish. So now we can go to the adventure section. You can just edit this, scroll down to change background image if you'd like to. And then here are available adventures that you can add. You can click on it to edit. For example, let's change it to bungee jumping. Write a description. You can also add a link to the adventure right here below it. And then you can upload the thumbnail right here. And if you don't need an adventure, you can just click on it and then go all the way down and just remove it. And it will be removed from the list. You can highly customize this depending on which adventures you have, which services you're providing. And you can see you can slide around. So we have our bestseller packages. You just click on it. You can just say our bestsellers. And here you can add a brief description of it. So here you can choose your bestseller categories. You can say cultural tours, and it will display your bestsellers in that category. So you can see another bestseller you can say is Rocky Mountains. Another bestseller you can say is Elephant Ride. And then all your bestsellers will be displayed in this section. This is so easy to customize. And then here you just click on publish. Then from here you can click on view all packages, which is right here below. You can change it to any text you'd like to. Now after that, let's go back and go to why book with us. From here you can put all the reasons why potential customers should book with you. And these items are right here. You can edit this and add all your awards that you've won and just add them here. And you can also include a link to them. And then after that, you click on publish. And then here we have our featured trip section. For featured trip, we can just click on select trips. And then here you can choose the number of trips to be displayed in this section. Let's just say 3 for now. And then here we can say trip 1. We're going to choose that trip. We can choose the second trip, and then we can choose the third trip. After that, you can add this button of view all trip and then change the URL to all your trips. And then after that, click on publish. Then here we have the stats counter. This section, if you need it, you can come here and edit it. If you don't need it, you just click on this icon and uncheck it. And once you uncheck it, that section is gone. So now we have deals and discounts. You can come to this section, add all the details about it, and then we can choose trips where we have discounts. Let's say Elephant Ride. We choose that. And then after choosing that, we click on publish and save. So let's add the third one. They're just 2, so just for uniformity. And then next we have a call to action. We can call it book your trips with us. And then customize that description. You can also add here subscribe to our newsletter, and then add here a newsletter subscription link, and then add the link there. Then you can also change the background image. Let's just click change image. We can choose one of that image and then click on it. And then here we can link our latest articles. Go to latest article. You can enable this section by just clicking this or unclicking it. So from here we can show our latest blog posts. You can write a title and then all the top 3 blog posts will be shown here. And then you have an option of view all posts. So when someone clicks on it, it will take you to the blog page. So now we click on publish. So when you click on publish, now let's go and view our website. So you can see this is what we have. Now let's go to customize again and then go to widgets. In widgets, you can see the sidebars. You can change the styles of the sidebars from here. For now, we have default and then footer 1, which has our contact info right there. You can edit it, add or remove some information as you wish, and then click on done. Then you can also add another widget here. You can choose, you can add menu. Let's call it quick links. And you see it's added right there. Then go back, go to footer 3. Sorry, for footer 2, let's just change it to quick links as it states. Then for footer 3, we can add destinations and then we can select footer menu. And then let's go back to footer 4 and this can be trip types and then we select that and then after click on publish. And then you can also edit your copyright here, your footer copyright. Just call it my agency and then click on publish. Now when you go back and refresh, this is how our home page now looks like. And you can see this is our footer. So this is how our home page looks like. Now let's work on this menu. Let's see how we can rearrange them. So I'll go to menus, dashboard, and then appearance. Go right here to menus. So now the menu we want to customize is the primary menu. So we click on primary and then click on select. And then here we have our items in the menu. So what we are going to do is we can rearrange and then remove things that we don't want. So for example, we want about us to be up. So we shall just press it and drag it up to the top right after home. And then to remove items you don't want, you can just click on bulk select and then choose all that you don't want to appear on the menu. You can also remove some activities. And then after that, you can click on remove selected items and they will be removed. So now we have also post page, that is the blog. When you refresh, you can see our items has been rearranged. Now let's scroll down to our latest articles. Now you might be wondering where all these articles come from. You go to dashboard, go to posts, and then click on all posts. So this will automatically fetch posts from here. Now you can see like Hello World, which is uncategorized. We can just remove it and trash it. And then when we come back here and refresh, you can see Hello World has gone and these other articles are being displayed. So we can also customize other pages by just clicking on the page, for example, about us. And you see all this content. All you can do is click on edit page and you can add or remove items from here. When you go below, you can see the sidebar. You can add it to the sidebar, but for now we don't need any sidebar. So that's why we have checked no sidebar. So when you go to page, you can see the featured image that is being displayed right there. You can change it if you want to by just clicking on replace. And then after making all the changes you want, basically click on update and then you can view your page. Same goes to contact us. Click on the page, go to edit page, and then here you can pick a contact form and then choose contact form, which is contact form 1, and then update. You can edit that contact form using this link here, which will take you back to the dashboard, and then you can edit your contact form right from here. After updating, you're gonna save it and then go back here and then update your form. So let's look at the trip types. When you go to trip types and pick an individual trip, you can see this is a trip type, child friendly, and you can see a list of trips that are child friendly. So when you view details, you see all details about the trip, itinerary, cost, facts, and then you can send an inquiry. Your customers can send inquiry about that trip and then send you an email. So when you go to the blog page, you can see the recent blog is what is displayed first. You can search blogs from here. If you're searching for a specific area, you can use a keyword and search. And then you see all other blogs are right here. Now you can edit blog page by clicking on edit. As you can see, you're currently editing the page that shows your latest posts. So that means it is automatically fetching this from posts.
So now let's have a quick look at the WP Travel Engine extensions. Most of these extensions are pro versions. So to get the pro versions, you need to go to WP Travel Engine, check the link in the description, find it, and then purchase it. After purchasing it, you log into your account, and from here, when you go to add-ons, you can see all the available add-ons are right here. Group discounts, extra services, WooCommerce payments, per trip emails, partial payments, legal documents, social proof. You can load more, form editor, itinerary downloader, trip review, all that. So now, once you identify the add-ons you need, you can just click on them and then download now. Let's also add trip reviews. Simply click on it, and note that each of these has their documentation, so you can really click on this link and read the documentation. So we shall just download it. Also, you notice that these add-ons are in different categories. We have automation, so you can automate it with Zapier. You have conversions, where you have legal documents, social proof, trip reviews, and trip fixed starting dates. We have lead capture, so you can browse through all these categories and download according to what you really want for your travel agency. You can also add payment gateways, and from here you can see the different payment gateways that is supported by this plugin. So now, after downloading all that you need, we're gonna go back to our dashboard, then scroll down and go to plugins, and then add new plugin, upload plugin, choose file. You can see this is the plugins we downloaded, reviews and travel engine itinerary. So we're gonna open it, install, then you can activate it. Then let's add the second one as well. Click on upload, select plugin, choose the plugin, install now, then activate plugin. So after activating them, to use them, we have to first go to WP Travel Engine and then go to plugin license. You want to make sure that you activate your license before using the paid add-ons. So now you can see I have two paid add-ons, which is itinerary downloader and trip reviews. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go back to my WP Travel Engine account, go to my account, and then here I have my license key. So I'll just copy it, come here, paste it, come here, paste it, and then I'll click on activate, and now you can see it's fully activated. So I'll click on save changes. So from here you can see now our trip reviews are here. So when I go to trip reviews, we have to add that review list to display trip reviews for individual trip. In this, you use that shortcode which is right there. But now let's look at our trip review form. So in the form we have review title, review dates, and then the review, then name of the reviewer, and then email, and then the type of trip, then type of experience, and all that. So now let's go back to our dashboard, then go to trips. Let's choose a trip to edit, and then scroll down. Now here you can see file downloads is now available. Go to itinerary. Now when you see down here, you can see now itinerary downloader is available. So what we can do is we can copy that shortcode and then we can add it here, then update. So now when I go to my trip, just right below that description, you can see, do you want to read it later? You can download the PDF. So when I click on it, it will download the itinerary. So let's view the itinerary. Now you can see all the trip details are here, downloaded as a PDF with all the itineraries. You can also print this. So this is basically how you can use the itinerary downloader. So to use the trip review add-on, we're gonna go to WP Travel Engine, go down to settings, and then in settings, let's go to extensions. Under extensions, you can see there is trip search, itinerary downloader. You can enable it, which is already enabled, and then trip reviews. So from here, you can change all the settings. Of course, we need to leave it off. We don't want to hide the trip reviews. Overall rating, overall company rating, review tour, and all that. So you can also choose to show emotions, and you can hide client location if you want to, and then just save. So when a guest books, they are able to add reviews. So for now, let's add a manual review and see how it will appear. So we go to trip reviews, we add a rating. We're gonna go to the trip review form. Let's say best experience, review date. We can pick, this was one of my best experiences, for example. Then I'll put my name there, and then email is optional. Trip type, I'll choose the trip, then the date of experience, say fourth country, you can put your country there, and then if you want you can upload the image. This is admin side of it, and then we can click on add review. So when you come back to trip reviews and refresh, you can see that this review is there. So when I go to this,
so overall this is what we have for our travel agency. You can see this is the home page, trips, deals, footer, and it is fully responsive. You can check it out, and if you're a travel agency, make sure you check out WP Travel Engine and see how you can make booking tours easy for your travel agency. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments and let me know. See you in the next video.